Fly, son. It's time.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 comebacks in the DCEU.
Please, fulfill your calling. Be the peacemaker. Join us in saving your planet.
For this list, we'll be looking at those moments where someone involved in a connected DC Comics movies rose from the bottom and achieved glory. We'll be covering major plot points. So, if you haven't caught up on every DCEU movie, watch them quick like The Flash to avoid spoilers. Which comeback had you cheering the most? Sound off your thoughts in the comments. Number 10. Victor Stone rejects the Mother Box. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Victor, you're not stuck in here. You still have a life ahead of you.
After an extraterrestrial Mother Box saved Victor Stone's life, it gave him a literal cyborg body. This transformation made him feel alien to society and sent him spiraling into a deep depression. And whilst this comeback from an effectively dead state would be impressive enough, he has a bigger mountain to climb at the movie's climactic battle. 3 sentient Mother Boxes give him the opportunity to live in a world where he looks human and is with his parents. However, he rejects the offer and returns to reality. Seeing him become content with being both cybernetic and human made for a fantastic scene.
I'm not broken.
With one decision, Victor showed his will was as strong as stone. Sorry, we couldn't help such a technically great pun.
You can't imagine how proud I am of who you are, have always been.
Number 9. El Diablo embraces his abilities. Suicide Squad.
I'm a man, okay? I ain't no weapon. I'ma die in peace before I raise my fist again. Cause enough harm.
For much of David Ayer's Suicide Squad, little is known of the criminal they call El Diablo. While we know he has powerful fire powers, he's reluctant to use them. We eventually learn Diablo doesn't like violence because he reduced his family to ashes when he lost his temper. Despite never wanting to let his fiery abilities loose, he embraces them to save his new friends from certain death.
I lost one family, I ain't gonna lose another one.
Think it through.
I got this. Let me show you what I really am.
El Diablo becomes formidable enough to take on the incredibly powerful villain Incubus. Unfortunately, the fiery man still has to make a sacrifice play to take his enemy out. Although El Diablo's time in the spotlight was brief, he still managed to go from being ashamed of his abilities to eagerly embracing his heroic side.
Diablo, get clear! Get out of there! Blow it!
Blow it.
Number 8. Coming back to defeat Ares. Wonder Woman.
You were right, Diana. They don't deserve our help. They only deserve distraction.
Throughout Diana Prince's first solo outing, she is eager to use her fantastical powers to end the war. When she tries to defeat Ares, she finds him to be absurdly powerful and is discouraged that the war is still raging. It initially looks like Diana will be thrown into more despair when her love interest Steve Trevor sacrifices himself to save lives. However, this tragic moment inspires her to push herself even harder.
Yes, Diana. Take them all.
Despite just having her world turned completely upside down, she rallies and defeats the god of war in a brilliant display of light. This scene proved Diana's connection to humanity was her greatest superpower.
It's about what you believe. And I believe in love.
Number 7. King Shark couldn't be kept down. The Suicide Squad.
Some people claim that Nanawe is a descendant of an ancient shark god. Whatever the case, he's strong and deadly.
Does it talk?
King Shark was one of the breakout stars of 2021's The Suicide Squad. While he seems to have a childlike demeanor around his allies, he can be an absolute beast when the occasion calls for it. However, we were still worried when King Shark was bitten by beasts, sent falling from a great height, and ended up right in the path of a waiting military force. We thought the new aquatic star was done for when the soldiers attacked him, but he quickly rose up and showed his enemies that he couldn't go down so easily. After watching him walk off his massive fall and take severe punishment like nothing, we became even bigger fans of King Shark.
We'll go, friends.
Then I'll wait.
Number 6. Renee Montoya refuses to give up. Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
10 years ago, she broke a career-making case.
Did I stutter?
But her partner at the time took all the credit. So while he made captain, she got stuck at detective level.
When we first meet Renee Montoya, it's clear that she's a straight-edge, no-nonsense cop in a city that's full of eccentric characters. She's also incredibly good at detective work. Despite her skills, Montoya is constantly disrespected and underestimated by her peers. And she also struggles to overcome a dependency on alcohol. So, when she's suspended from the force and stopped from pursuing her passion, Montoya hits rock bottom.
Did you sell me out? Sorry.
You're suspended. Your badge and your gun now.
But after a text shows she's still needed, the former detective picks herself back up and rushes into the fight. After helping her allies fight Black Mask, Montoya leaves the GCPD behind and continues to fight crime with the Birds of Prey. It's fantastic to see her finally be recognized as a badass heroine.
They call themselves the Birds of Prey.
Number 5. Peacemaker gets a second shot. The Suicide Squad and Peacemaker.
Of course, should have known. Waller's always got a backup.
Come on, man. This isn't personal.
By the time we get to the end of Peacemaker's journey in the Suicide Squad, we weren't exactly fans of his. Not only did this violent vigilante threaten his lovable teammate Ratcatcher 2, but he also slayed the noble Rick Flag. We didn't exactly weep for him when he was severely wounded by his former ally Bloodsport within a crumbling facility. Against all odds, Peacemaker survived a gunshot and building collapse.
He's shown he's resilient. It'll take some surgery, but eventually we'll get him back up to speed.
After spending time in the hospital, he rebounded to face a new threat in his popular self-titled series. He quickly proved himself to be a layered character that has genuine heroic instincts inside of him. The fact that Peacemaker recovered from his serious injuries and repaired his reputation amongst fans is incredibly impressive.
I see who you are and I see your character. I tried telling you yesterday.
Number 4. Superman rejoins the fight. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
But we don't know enough about Kryptonian biology. There's no telling what's going to happen.
Okay, but I mean, we have to try.
After Superman heroically gave his life to save his loved ones, the other heroes decide to bring him back with the help of an alien mother box. But the Kryptonian man's resurrection doesn't exactly go smoothly. Shortly after Superman comes to life, it becomes clear that he isn't himself, and due to a misunderstanding, he lashes out at the nearby heroes. It looked like the Man of Steel's mind was truly lost until Lois Lane arrived.
Please, just go. Let's go.
Thanks to her presence, Superman is able to regain his sense of self and pick up a sleek new black suit. Although we were once worried about the reborn man fighting his friends, his satisfying arc concludes when he flies to their side to help defeat Steppenwolf.
Not impressed.
Number 3. Arthur returns with a legendary trident, Aquaman.
With the sacred trident, the people will listen to you. You can then claim your birthright and dethrone Orm.
My birthright? It died with my mother.
The Aquaman film makes it clear that whoever holds the legendary trident of Atlan is meant to be the king of the oceans. so it seemed unlikely that the aloof and bitter Arthur Curry would ever be interested in pursuing the weapon to help Atlantis. Not only did members of the underwater city reject him, but his own brother tried to slay him in a public duel. But Arthur puts his painful past aside and still completes a perilous journey to reclaim the trident.
They came because the trident is their only hope.
The scene where he hoists the weapon proudly as he heads into battle is immensely triumphant. Sometimes, the best comeback stories are those where you overcome your own pain, and get a cool trident too.
I am the protector of the deep. I am Aquaman.
Number 2. The Flash Restores the World. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I don't like to break this rule, but when I approach the speed of light, look, crazy things happen to time, but if I do it, I create massive electrical power. I can backtrack if I can get enough distance.
In Zack Snyder's Justice League, Barry Allen is a relatively inexperienced hero that doesn't like to push his self-imposed limits. He admits that funny things could happen to time if he approaches the speed of light, but Barry reconsiders his restrictions at a dark moment. While the speedster is running to stop Steppenwolf's evil plot, he's wounded by enemy fire. Unfortunately, Barry doesn't recover fast enough to prevent the destruction of Earth at first.
Just gotta go faster than the speed of light, far beyond the speed of light. You gotta break the rule, Barry, and you gotta do it now.
The potential end of everything he knew and loved inspires the speedster to break his limits and run fast enough to reverse time. Watching the world come back together as he runs is a beautiful sight. While Flash lacked experience, he made up for his shortcomings with this fantastic display of speed.
Your kid was one of them, Dad. One of the best of the best.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Zack Snyder regains his reputation. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
There was a huge Twitter campaign that had gone on that was joined by Gal and Jason and Ben and Ray, and to release the Snyder Cut.
Arguably the biggest DCEU comeback of them all took place almost entirely behind the cameras. In 2017, director Zack Snyder was forced to step away from making Justice League due to the untimely passing of his daughter. After Joss Whedon took over directing duties, the resulting movie wasn't well received, but fans were still hungry to see Snyder's original vision play out.
And that was when I got the smallest inkling that there was a chance that that could be a reality.
After years of online campaigns and support, the filmmaker got a chance to return to make the movie he'd always wanted. In 2021, Snyder released an epic 4-hour cut that some fans still can't get enough of. The tale of the vindicated director who rose from adversity to be praised for his creative approach makes for a glorious comeback story.
When you make something purely for justice, to have it be received well is really the reward.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.